So, today is my birthday. I'm 23, and some people seem to think of me as old all of a sudden. It always annoys me when people in their 20s are referred to, or worse, refer to themselves as old. I mean, 23 is not old. I mean, if I drop dead tomorrow, at my funeral, the last thing anyone's going to say is, well, 23, you had a good innings. I mean, 23 is not even a good innings for the fucking paraplegic England national cricket team. I mean, quite apart from anything else, I want being properly old to be something I can look forward to. I'm the last person in the world who'd want to wish my life away, and it seems that some people are wishing it away for me. Am I the only one who wants to savour the anticipation of that day around about your 40th, where you gain the hypersensitivity to drafts? That was a cat about 3 streets away, passing wind. Or being able to say in an embarrassingly expensive restaurant, without fear of making things awkward for your nearest and dearest, you know what I just did? I just pissed myself. You deal with it. I'm going to have a look at what's for dessert. Or being able to be the elderly, dignified, learned intellectual, perusing a book on the art of worldly wisdom next to a roaring fire on a cold winter's eve. Or the ageing but much beloved theatrical who is always called upon at parties or social occasions to deliver one of his classics. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Like I said earlier, the sad thing is that it's often the people who are turning 23 that perpetuate the notion that they're old. I like to think that as Thursday's child I have far to go, but I can't help but recall the words of Albus Dumbledore. Youth cannot know how age feels, but age is foolish if it forgets what it is to be young. To all those out there who are having their birthday on today as well, happy birthday. I'm going to go for a walk now.
I'd like to do some calculations in the hopes that I'll come to some realizations. My mind is not what it used to be. That certainly isn't news to me. But I want to know how my life was spent now that I am near the end. So I'll add, subtract, multiply and divide, and I'll try and figure out what I did with my life. I spent 27 years in my bed, and there's not much that I would have preferred to do instead. I spent 2 years chewing, 6 months wooing, and I'm sure you're curious on those 3 years pooing. I spent 45 years working for a guy that I wanted to kill when I didn't want to die. But I spent 57 years loving you, my friend, so I guess it all makes sense at the end. I spent nearly a full year masturbating, second only to the one we spent copulating. I know you're not a fan of this vulgarity, but completeness is important for full clarity. I spent more than 7 years watching television And how could I not regret that decision? But I don't think that I'll ever know how much time I did or didn't spend looking into your eyes. I spent 27 years in my bed, and there's not much that I would have preferred to do instead. I spent 2 years chewing and 6 months wooing, and I'm sure you're curious, almost 3 years fooling. I spent 25 years working for a guy that I wanted to kill when I didn't want to die. But I spent 57 years loving you.